Artillery calculated every shot to perfection. One by one, command posts, fuel depots, and vehicle repair hubs vanished in plumes of fire. In one sector, a row of armored vehicles was hit just as crews began to prepare for redeployment. The impact scattered them like toys on a battlefield, twisted and burning. Elsewhere, a communications hub collapsed in a flash, cutting command links and throwing nearby units into confusion. These weren't isolated attacks. They were part of a deliberate strategy to choke supply chains, fracture coordination, and keep pressure on already stretched enemy lines. Russian troops scrambled to respond but found only debris where their support structures once stood. Ammunition stores detonated in sequence, lighting up the night sky for miles. Every explosion echoed with intent, no safe rear, no quiet ground. Somewhere along a frozen road, a Russian tank stood still, its engine idling, crew unaware of the silent watcher above. From a distance, a Ukrainian drone hovered steadily, its eyes locked on the target below. There was no warning. No sound, just motion. In the frozen stillness of early dawn, a Russian tank crept through the outskirts of a shattered village. Its crew, unaware of what awaited them, followed a path already marked by the scars of war. High above, invisible to the human eye, a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone tracked every movement. Coordinates locked. The order was given. Moments later, the missile struck. The silence shattered. A thunderous blast tore through the landscape, and in a fraction of a second, the tank's turret launched skyward, spinning like a coin tossed by fate. Witnesses say it flew over 250 feet before crashing back down in the snow. What remained of the tank was little more than a crater, scorched earth, twisted metal, and black smoke curling into the pale sky. The battlefield in eastern Ukraine lit up once again, as Ukrainian kamikaze drones descended with ruthless precision. Their targets, Russian tanks advancing through exposed terrain. One by one, the armored giants were hit with pinpoint accuracy. The result, devastating fireballs erupting into the sky, sending thick black smoke curling above the treetops. These were not random strikes. They were calculated, deliberate, and relentless. Ukrainian drone operators, watching from afar, chose their moment carefully. The drones slipped through radar nets and electronic jamming, guided by sharp eyes and steady hands. The first tank took a direct hit on the turret. Flames burst from the hatch as the ammunition inside detonated instantly, turning the machine into a furnace. Another drone approached its target from behind, low, quiet, and deadly. It locked onto the vulnerable rear armor and exploded with surgical precision. Within seconds, the tank was nothing more than a charred wreck. What we're witnessing is not just destruction. It's transformation. This war is evolving fast, and drone warfare is no longer a supplement, it's the spearhead. On today's front lines, tanks don't dominate. They survive if they're lucky. Near Avdiivka, the battlefield witnessed yet another brutal evolution in drone warfare. A Ukrainian FPV drone swooped in low, its target locked, a Russian T-80 tank partially concealed among debris. With unshakable precision, the drone released its payload through the narrow hatch, an opening no wider than a man's shoulders. Seconds later, a catastrophic detonation followed. The tank's ammunition cooked off inside, igniting a violent explosion that ripped the vehicle apart from within. Not even the T-80's reinforced armor could save it. In this war, no hatch is small enough, no armor thick enough. For the crew, there was no warning, no escape, only fire. What once was a powerful symbol of strength became a smoldering wreck in moments. This is the stark reality of today's frontline, where steel meets silicon, and precision leaves no second chances.